Yo, what up guys? Also here with another video, and in this video, we are going to focus on the clutch case, specifically why I think that this case will be a bad investment going forward. So before we start the video, I'll be giving away this M4A for Desolate Space in my Discord server, so make sure to check it out, link in the description. So if you weren't around a few months ago, sometime around May to July, there was a crazy hype for case investments. Almost all of the cases went up like crazy. Here for example, the breakout case went from around 50 cents on the start of May to around 80 cents at around mid-July. Or the Chroma 2 case for example, which went from around 5 cents at the start of May to around 9 cents at around mid-July also. But two cases were the cream of the crop in terms of investments during this 2-month span. And those two are the glove case, which went from around 15 cents to a whopping 91 cents, and also the clutch case, which went from 3 cents to 18 cents in the same time frame. So these two investments would both have given you a return of 500% in just 2 months, so that was a really crazy investment. In fact, to show you just how crazy of an investment that is the same return you would have gotten if you invested in the S&P 500 at around February 1986. So with 34 years of investing in the S&P 500, you could have gotten the same return in just 2 months if you invested in these two cases. But after those peaks at mid-July, their prices went down a lot. As you can see here, the glove case is now at around 65 cents and the clutch case is now at around 11 cents. So now, let's move on to why I think these two cases, more so the clutch case, will not be good investments moving forward. So from now on, I'll be focusing more on the clutch case, though some reasons can also be applied to the glove case, so keep that in mind. So the first big reason why I think the clutch case will not be a good investment moving forward is that there are not as much people opening this case anymore. So one of the reasons that its price went crazy during May to July was because it was the height of the lockdown in most countries. So a lot of people were just stuck in their homes playing games like CS, and with many people playing CS, many people were also opening cases. So one way to prove this is how the quantity of the clutch case went from more than 1 million to 350,000 during this time. I'm sure that the quantity was a lot lower, but 350,000 was the lowest screenshot I saw, so we'll go with that. This is very crazy because the clutch case was and is still in the common drop pool, which means it still drops after games for prime people. So people were unboxing the clutch case way more than it was dropping, that the listings in the market dropped by 65% in just a few months. But now, the quantity rise to 500,000 listings in the market. So with the amount of clutch cases dropped being significantly more than the amount of people unboxing it, that is probably a first sign that it will not be a good investment. Also, always remember to never open cases. So the next reason why I think the clutch case will not be a good investment is that it is probably one of, if not the most overinvested case right now. So for some reason, almost every YouTuber tells their viewers that this case is the best case investment. As you can see here, the clutch case is in the thumbnail in almost every one of these case investment videos. And also, a lot of them highly recommend to invest in the clutch case. Also, a lot of newer investors will probably see the massive profit during May to July and think that it will be a very good investment. So with many people investing in the clutch case, a lot of these cases will not be opened, which means that its supply will just stagnate even more. So the next reason why I think that the clutch case will not be a good investment moving forward is because why the hell is Valve not removing this from the common drop pool? So if you didn't know, there are 3 categories of cases in CS, but we will only focus on 2 of these. So there are always 5 cases in the common drop pool, which I mentioned earlier is cases that are dropped to people with Prime. So if a new case is introduced, it will replace a case in the common drop pool. So a case in there will be moved to the non-Prime drop pool. Also, if it isn't obvious, the non-Prime drop pool cases are cases that only drop to people with non-Prime. So because most players play with the Prime account, cases in the common drop pool will be very common. So usually, the oldest case in the common drop pool will be the case moved to the non-Prime drop pool. But for some reason, Even though the clutch case has been the oldest case in the common drop pool for a while, it still hasn't been moved to the non-prime drop pool and is still dropping for the prime players. So back when the Prisma 2 case was released, the oldest case was already the clutch case. Yet for some reason, the Horizon case was the one that was moved to non-prime. And also for the recent release of the Fracture case, the clutch case was still the oldest case in there, and somehow the CS20 case was the case that was moved to the non-prime drop pool. So because the clutch case has been in the common drop pool for a long time now, it probably has the most supply out of all the cases right now. Especially considering that many people are holding this case into their inventories as investments. And if there is a lot of supply of this case, I think that it will have a hard time to become a good investment. So the last and the biggest reason why I think that the clutch case will be a bad investment moving forward is I think that it is very likely that Valve will release a new case with the clutch case finishes. And it will probably be named something like the Clutch 2 case. So the main evidence I have of believing this is with the Fracture case. More specifically, Valve re-releasing the Shattered Web Knives in the Fracture case. So the main takeaway for that is that at the end of the day, Valve wants to make money. Because they make a lot of money from case openings from keys, it wouldn't make a whole lot of sense for them not to re-release the Shattered Web Knives after they discontinued the case. Because a lot of money will be wasted since the Shattered Web Knives were really popular, and it would be a waste for them not to release it. So I think that that goes hand in hand with the clutch case. So by the way, you can only get gloves on 3 cases. More specifically, the glove case, the Hydra case, and the clutch case. So the glove case and the Hydra case have the same OG glove finishes. But the clutch case has its own glove finishes, and these finishes has not been released in another case ever since. So I think that the main reason why the clutch case is being kept in the common drop pool is because Valve is generating a lot of money from people opening this case. And they will probably not remove it from the common drop pool until a new case with the same finishes will be released. So when something like the Clutch 2 case were to be released, the clutch case would just lose all of its value. Since the only thing that is making this case special is the clutch case glove finishes. And if you were to remove that, all you will have is subpar coverts and pinks, which does not make up to be a good case investment. So overall, I think that it will just be too risky of an investment to make right now, since I am around 95% certain that the clutch case finishes will definitely be re-released in a Clutch 2 case. Though keep in mind that this could all blow up in my face and I could be totally wrong, so keep that in mind. So comment down below if you agree with my thoughts in here or not. Also comment down below if you would like me to make more investment videos like this. So if you like profit, I highly recommend you to do trade-ups. I think that it is a better way to make money. So make sure to check out the top 5 trade-ups in 2020 by clicking on this video. Also make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and make sure to join my Discord server. That is all for today. This is Elsu, and peace out.